Good morning, dear students. I, Dr. Beena Karnatak, TGT English of KV number 1 Roorkee, is going to start your 9th chapter of book Moments, The Accidental Tourist, written by Bill Bryson. About the author. First of all, we will take some information about the author. Bill Bryson, he was born on 8 December 1951. Is an Anglo-American author of books on travel, the English language, science, and other non-fiction topics. He was born in the United States. He has been a resident of Britain for most of his adult life, returning to the United States between 1995 and 2003. He served as a Chancellor of Durham University from 2005 to 2011. He received widespread recognition again with the publication of A Short History of Nearly Everything, and this was published in 2003. So let's start the introduction of the chapter. See, children, this is a humorous story where the writer talks about of the incidences where he acts clumsy. He tries to behave in a sophisticated manner, but he is unable to do, and ends up spilling drinks, smearing his face with ink, creating a mess on the dining table. And while traveling, he was creating problem not only for himself but for his fellow travelers as well. And this gives us lot many incidences, lot many episodes of humor where we are forced to laugh, and especially the example of situational humor are present. So the title Incidental Tourist signifies the accidental nature of Bill Bryson, who was a frequent flyer. He traveled a lot to all parts of the world, and especially he is a frequent flyer of air modes. Author's habit is forgetfulness. He finds that living in the real world is the most outstanding. Other people do things without any difficulty, but it is not so for him. A number of times he could not find the toilet in a cinema. He also forget his room number in hotel, and because of that, lot of mess is created in his life. I'm giving you the episodes how the problems comes while traveling. Once the author went on a big trip with his family. It was Easter. They were flying to England for a week. They were checking in Logan Airport in Boston. He remembered then that he had recently joined British Airways frequent flyer program. He also remembered that he had put the card in his carry-on bag, and the bag was hung in his neck. And to get that benefit, he needs to take out the bag. And when he started doing it, what happens? Then again created humor. The zip on the bag was jammed. He got angry. He pulled at it in anger. The zip gave away. He thinks like the tin of pipe, tobacco, magazine, passport, money, etc. spread over the large area. He looked at these things in great surprise. He tried to level best not to create it an embarrassing situation, but he felt lots of embarrassment, and he felt very sorry about his tobacco. And the worst thing, his finger got injured. It started bleeding. Lots of blood started issuing from it. But this was not the end of his trouble. The author was always confused in his air travels. He caused great inconveniences to other passengers. Once he bent over to tie his shoelace. Then someone pushed his seat back. He got pinned on the floor. He had to catch the leg of the man nearby him for his support. So these things are very common. Once on another air trip, he threw a drink on the lady sitting next to him. The flight attendant helped her clean up and got him another drink. He threw the second glass on her too. That was the most embarrassing. He was confused how it happened. He remembered that he watched helplessly at his armed, just like the prop used in old horror movies. Just like they moved unintentionally, his arm reached for the glass and swept it off without him instructing to do so. So this way you can see in the picture again the mess was created. Once his worst experience was some another one. On a plane flight, he was writing his thoughts. He had his pen in his mouth. It leaked while he was talking to a lady next seat. He went to the toilet. He saw that his mouth, chin, tongue, teeth and gums had all gone navy blue. But it was not in his hand. Now, his wife has started taking some precautions. Whenever they were on travels, she asked the children to cover their heads with a hood to save themselves from the mess that he will create while eating. Because it is confirmed there is no benefit to instruct him. He is not going to listen or his destiny is not going to support him. When he travels alone, he does not eat, drink or bend to tie his shoelaces. He does not even get the pen near him. Otherwise, his mouth is going to suffer. He sits very quietly, though it was not easy for him. The author did not get his flyer miles in that way. Though he was a frequent flyer, he should get it. But there are plenty of reasons he couldn't get it. Sometimes he couldn't produce the card right time. Sometimes the air people denies him. Sometimes they are not noting down that he is eligible for it. He knew that others were flying first class to Bali or to some other tourist destination, though he is also capable of using those air miles. But because of his careless attitude, because of his forgetfulness, the air clerk informed him that he was not entitled for this. And now the writer has given a particular reason what happens once when he was hoping to get about a zillion air miles, but the clerk told him that he was not entitled. He asked the reason, and the clerk told that the ticket was in the name of B. Bryson, but the card was in the name of W. Bryson. He explained that both Bill and William were hardly different, but his bad luck nobody followed. So, though he did not get air miles, he would not travel to Bali free of cost. It's right, but he takes it positively and feels good because he would not have been able to remain without eating on such a long flight. So at least he was happy that if he is not getting, so it's fine. Now his author's problem. He wants to be sophisticated. He wants to leave the